Hello.
It's been a while.
Just a little bit.
It's been a few
Couple of
weeks, I
weeks.
think. Yeah. Hop on. I don't know. Hashtag coffee chat. I feel like I need to say that because that's what I say on my makeup minutes.
Hashtag coffee chat.
Hashtag coffee chat.
Hashtag coffee's awesome.
I don't know why I have to do it like that, but it seems cooler.
The Jimmy Fallon sketch.
Is that what he does?
Yeah, remember that hashtag bit with him and Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's where you
So I stole it?
That's a good. If you gotta steal something, steal it from Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon. They're awesome.
Justin, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like Justin.
Really?
I love
It's hard
Justin.
to tell.
Okay. It's Thursday. I did my hair different today. Did you notice?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I curl it, right, with a curling one, but today I did it with a straightener. I feel like I don't know that I'll do it again. That's how I feel.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't feel like it does what it does for other people on me. I feel like it just looks like I didn't brush my hair. That's what I feel.
I thought you took a nap, but that was just...
I do take naps. Well, we've been waking up early. Super early. Here's
Yes,
why.
we have been waking up
Well,
early. Good grief.
Pause. Hello. You are watching Coffee Chat with Luke and Kara. We are Luke and
Yeah.
Kara.
I don't know what you were doing there.
I
so
didn't know either. I just forgot kind of the
decided.
direction I was going with that. We're the new.
We're talking for 5 minutes. Let's introduce ourselves.
Yeah. So I have a social media business, and it's fabulous. It's so fun, and we work together. And so we started a few months ago, hopping on and doing coffee chats together, just so that you could get the other side of my business, the better side of my business.
No, okay. Well, thank you, but
You're welcome.
somebody has to place
We
order.
didn't fight before this live, you guys. Can you tell? No fighting occurred. I think we're growing.
Let's be real.
What?
We didn't fight before this live, but
Yeah.
maybe 10 minutes before that.
But we didn't fight before right now. Before, like we weren't pushing the live button
That's right.
in the midst of
in
an
that
argument.
moment.
This is the first time that's happened. So I
guess
feel like you can
it's just-
sense that. A little.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that, you know.
Are you going to make me want to fight with you right now? 'Cause
No.
I have a feeling
but
you are.
I don't know. Do you want to?
No.
We have learned over the years. We've been almost married for 18 years.
Sunday.
On Sunday.
That deserves
18
a
years.
lot of hearts, people. I want to see hearts. 18 freaking years.
Freaking years. People.
Freaking years.
They're freaking years. Oh.
We were 10 when we got married, just so you know.
We did. We had kids at 15 and just kept rolling. That's how we roll. No, we actually, in those 18 years, have learned to fight.
We've talked about this before. We're fighters.
Big time.
Our friends know
Big
we're
time.
fighters. Our family knows we're fighters.
Yeah.
We're that couple that you feel a little awkward around sometimes because we fight. No, we don't
we
do that
fight
anymore.
quickly.
We do. We fight very fast.
And then it's over.
Yeah, then it's
Yeah.
over. But we didn't fight before this live.
No.
We didn't. Okay, so we turn. Our marriage turns 18 years on Sunday, so it's going to be our anniversary. And what better way to celebrate turning 18 years old than Paris?
It always is more effective if you sing it.
I think so. That made it more exciting, right? We're going to Paris tomorrow, people. Tomorrow. So we've been packing. I've been making meals for the whole week. My cousin is coming to stay with the kids, so I have meals all planned out. We're packing. I got shoes. No, this is important.
Oh,
Let's
geez.
show the shoes.
Yeah, okay. These are the cutest shoes for Paris, apparently.
They are. I don't want to stick my butt in the air like that, so I'm hiding behind you. Yes, hold them up.
There we go.
No, but can you see the laces?
They can see the laces.
They're
yeah.
ribbons.
Laces
Okay,
out,
let go.
Dan.
That's hurting.
Laces
Let
out.
go.
Oh.
Okay. So I got those, and I got a pair of Toms, and I'm praying because if you followed me for any length of time, you know I have shoe issues. You know I have shoe issues.
I wouldn't. Shoe issues more so feet issues. It's a foot issue that no shoe really is comfortable for you.
Never.
When you're walking.
I don't know if
So
it's
that's
my
not
foot.
the shoes because
I don't know.
been
But here's
lots
the
of
thing:
different
it can't
shoes.
just be like a mental thing because you've seen the blisters. So I'm thinking like, I mean, obviously it's a real physical thing because there's actual blisters.
Yeah.
So I know to always carry Band-Aids. I have my Band-Aids just in case, but I've been walking around in my Toms, and the Toms, just so you know, if you didn't see my stories, they're not pointy toe Toms. I don't like pointy toe. They're a new round toe. I don't know what that means, but
It's the universal symbol
it's
for
the
round.
universal symbol for round toe.
Yes, round toe.
They're round-toed animal print Toms. Here's why I got new shoes. A couple of reasons. One, shoes are an issue. Two, the only comfortable shoes that I currently own are the ones that I wore in Disney World, which fashionably is very different than Paris. I can't wear the same shoes I wore in Disney World to Paris. Does anyone feel me on that?
Well,
like,
no,
it just didn't feel...
Hopefully you're not going to get drenched in Paris like you do at Disney.
Well,
you know,
and just like
thing.
Disney is like, I just feel like nobody really truly cares what you look like at Disney World.
Oh, it's true. It is hot. Everybody's kind of a mess.
And
anyway.
it's just comfort is above all else. All that to say, I got two new pairs of shoes. Super
Yes.
excited about that. We have our passports. We know. Well, wait. Do you know where yours is?
Yes,
For sure.
for sure.
I just found mine. Which there's
Where
going to
was
have
yours?
to be a discussion about this later because when I found mine, replaced with my passport was a deck of cards. So I feel like there's a little 9-year-old boy that possibly took my passport out and put a deck of cards in there instead.
Well, if it was within reach of him, then is it
was him.
really his fault?
Well, that's true. That's true. With Jack, if he's capable of
If
getting
he
it,
can
can
get
we
it,
really blame anyone but ourselves?
Then something's going to happen. It's a matter of time.
All right. Someone said she got a Parisian compliment. That's my goal. I'm going to get a Parisian...
I think the French, this is just a stereotype. I've heard this, I
Be
think.
careful. I have French followers.
That French, they're hard to impress. Right?
I don't think that's
Is that true?
a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing necessarily. I'm just saying that on the
Maybe.
whole,
I'm going to impress them,
this is a
though. I'm going to
stereotype.
impress them. That's my job.
That's what I'm saying. If you get,
I'm going to get a
the
Parisian.
thumbs up.
Parisian.
from the
I don't think
French.
they give thumbs up French.
Well, what do they give up? What do they give? Thumbs up is not a thing in France?
I have learned in other countries to never make any hand signals because I have done bad things in other countries. Like I've made hand signals that I never would
have
make
you
it
done? What are
never
you
on a
talking
normal
about?
basis.
When?
Do you cannot make the OK symbol in
Oh, that's right. Where was
Mexico.
that? Mexico or something?
I never make the OK symbol ever. Go to Mexico? I think it's a good time to start making the OK symbol when I talk to people.
Maybe your
Not a good
your
plan.
feet were hurting, and that was
My feet
the
probably
problem.
were hurting and I
Yeah,
have blisters.
a bad shoe problem.
So, quickly, the reason passports are such an issue is because last year,
What? I didn't know where they were
Last
for
year-
about an hour,
it felt longer than that.
and then we found them. I knew where they were, but then
Wait.
forgot where they
Why
were.
did you know where they were but not know where
I had thought I had stashed them somewhere, and then I guess I had moved them at some
Mm-hmm. And
point.
he hid them.
Yeah, I hid them from myself. I hid them so
hid
well
them.
that I couldn't even find them. That never happens to anybody, right?
Well, I will just tell you this. The kids brought that scene up last night at dinner as just a little fun memory, reminiscing. I am still not over it. Not over it. It was the night before we were leaving for Turks and Caicos, and
Actually, no. It was we were leaving for Cancun.
Oh, yeah. It was
Yeah.
Cancun. It was with my entire team. That's what it was. We were leaving for Cancun with my entire unique team, and we didn't have passports. I lost it. I will admit that. I lost it. There were tears. There were words that were shouted that my children probably shouldn't have heard. And then they thought Mom had lost her ever-loving mind until they realized the severity
until
of the
they
issue.
realized.
They thought we could just go get new passports that day. No. But he found them.
I knew they were here.
I didn't. I mean, it didn't matter at that point. He didn't know where they were in this house. So anyway, we have our passports. I have now replaced
We
them.
fought quickly, then
It was not quickly. That time was not quickly.
was.
It was not. That was a big one. That was a really, really tears.
well, I didn't say big and quick. Those are different things.
It was volatile. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been cooking. We did that today. Got my new shoes. But we're really excited. We'll leave tomorrow evening. And we've been waking up early. I mean, guys, we have been like preparing for this. Today we woke up
We
at
have.
5.
Yes, we did.
Tomorrow we're going to
5
wake up
a.m.
at 4 a.m. just so that we'll be
Sometimes.
ready to sleep when we get on the plane tomorrow evening. Are you impressed? I mean, I'm never prepared for anything.
Supposedly, it's the way to do it. 6-hour time change. So to be able
It's an
to
8.5-hour flight.
go to sleep on the plane
Yes.
and wake up, and it's 8:30
So I have
a.m.
to eat a
when we
big dinner
land.
at 3 and then get on the plane and take my sleeping pills. We're flying first class. So I've heard, my understanding is that we'll actually have like What am I doing? Help me, people. My hand signals.
I don't know.
Bed. Flat bed.
We're going to have one of these numbers here.
This. Horizontal. I'm gonna be able to lay horizontal. But I don't think we're next to each other, which you seemed a little happy about when I told you that.
Well, I've flown with you across the pond before. And
was not
do
first
you
class,
remember what that
number
was? Okay, but do you remember what happened? I mean,
Yes.
Yes. What happened? Well, luckily, there were empty seats next to us.
Praise Jesus.
Because you were able to...
I don't know how anyone does that.
...to turn and have your legs over there. But before that point...
They were...
Your legs were hanging. They didn't... In fact, why was the seat so high on that plane? Your legs...
My feet didn't touch the ground.
Didn't touch the ground.
So then you saw... Again, another situation where you're like, well, it could just be your crazy head, Kara. But it wasn't. You saw it. You saw my ankles. They were like balloons. It was like I was 9 months pregnant in the middle of August walking 3 miles. You saw it.
I did.
You did. He saw it. He is not doing a good job at validating me today. This is the third time. We had the whole cornhole incident with people earlier.
What the cornhole incident? What are you bringing that back up for?
Okay.
Cornhole is it's a particular type of game.
We weren't going to talk about this, but I think it's important.
It's important.
It is important. It's important on many levels.
Gosh.
Supporting your wife, telling the truth.
I have done both. I have not lied and I have supported you. I have stated you are excellent at the beanbag toss game.
Which is cornhole.
No. Cornhole is a longer board, right? It's similar, but it's a much smaller. The board doesn't even, you can't even land one of the beanbags on the board.
It's the same skill set. If you're good at throwing beanbags into a hole, you're good at throwing beanbags into
No,
a
it's like
cornhole.
you'd be a good pitcher, you know? Like in baseball, you're
It's
good
very
at...
different. I'm not a good pitcher.
How do you know?
I'm very good at cornhole, though.
Well, no.
So good, in fact,
call it cornhole.
that the last time we played, he challenged me like 5 or 6 times. I beat him every single time. He threw all the beanbags and said some choice words. That's how good at cornhole I am.
You are
I'm just
good
very
at
accurate.
That's not cornhole, though. Let's not call it. Let's be honest. Let's tell the truth.
It is cornhole. It's the hole that you throw the cornhole bag thing in.
Cornhole bag.
It's the same. It's the same. See?
No.
Jen says
No.
cornhole's the same.
Because
It's the same.
I'll tell you how it's different.
Same game.
On
Tina,
cornhole,
Tina, same game.
on cornhole, you can land the beanbag and score a point on the board.
Well, then I'd be even better at cornhole.
Well, you weren't.
That isn't
That's
true.
the problem. Yeah.
He's lying. We're going to discuss this later because he is lying.
We played in Michigan.
And if that truly is the
played in
rules to the
Michigan.
game, then I would be freaking outstanding at cornhole.
The cornhole board itself is about like 4 feet by 5 feet.
I realize
Right?
that.
The one at your dad's
It's
is
a little
about
bitty
like
thing.
a foot by a foot.
And I
So
kill
that's throwing. Yes, you're very good at that game. You are amazing at that game.
Okay.
Cornhole is different.
But I'd
See, I think
still be
the lights
amazing
are
at
coming
it.
on.
But
the lights are coming on.
Maybe it's a little different than what I'm really good at. The game I said I was really good at is even harder than cornhole.
It is.
Okay,
It's
then
harder.
why are we arguing? This is so ridiculous.
Oh.
So I'm really good at cornhole. Jen, it's just a mini version. It absolutely is. It's harder. It's a littler version of
it's
cornhole.
harder.
I'm done talking about it though because I know my
believe
confidence. I
that
believe
you just stay
Speaking
confident
of
that you're good at that.
confidence. Speaking of confidence, so we've been getting into podcasts lately.
Yes, we have.
I have. I kind of was
Listen
a
to a few.
boycotter of podcasts for my whole life until recently. And I'm finding the value in it for sure, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you definitely are.
Yeah. I, as cliche as it is, I love Rachel Hollis. I think she's fabulous. I think she has amazing things to say, but I also feel like I just relate to her business model with you and I both doing a business together. So
There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I listened to the Gold Digger podcast today with Jenna Kutcher, which was interesting. And this is the first time he's hearing me talk about this because I just finished listening to it. And she did a podcast on going viral. How do you guys know anyone that went viral? You do now. We did. I don't know if you know that. But that's why I thought it was interesting because how long ago was it for us? 2016? We've had a couple of things
think
go
it was
viral, but the
2016,
really
yeah.
big one that went viral was it 2016?
Yeah.
So it was a while ago. Well, dang.
It was a long time.
No wonder I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, no one really did then.
No.
Right? Like the world and social media has changed so much in the last 6 months, let alone the last 3 years.
And we went viral on
people-
Facebook, not Instagram.
Well,
But-
it was back too when there were a lot of Facebook pages that were grabbing videos just to show videos.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody wanted to grab somebody else's video and put it on their page at that time. Where did that go? Like, I don't see much of that anymore.
Every once in
know,
a while it'll
Facebook's
pop up. But anyway,
squelched
so truly, like, if you follow me on Kale and Beauty or on here, I love to create content. I just love to create content that is engaging and interesting and entertaining. I figure if you're going to be scrolling on Facebook while you're going to the bathroom or sitting in your car pickup line, you might as well be entertained. And so I really like it. That's kind of something that just lights a fire in me, is coming up with content that's exciting and just fun to watch. And so I had an idea one day. It was right after, it was the month you started working with me.
I wasn't actually at that point.
I think you had just started.
No, I
Okay, so he hadn't even come
No.
home yet. But we were talking
It was just
about
an
it.
idea.
And I told him, I was like, I have this idea of I'm going to apply my makeup, and then you're just going to do a voiceover talking about how you feel about me and my makeup and what I look like and what you see, the changes in me and all that. I truly had no idea what he was going to say. I just made a video of me doing my makeup. And the funny part is, even now looking back on it, I'm like, man, I have done so much better makeup application than that video. And that's the one that goes viral. But I honestly, in my mind, I was thinking I need to use bold colors so people can see it on the video. Because back then, even the clarity of the video wasn't even as good. So I was like,
what kind of, that was 3 years ago. You had a different phone.
I didn't have as good a phone. So I recorded the video. I handed it to him. He went up in our room and wrote. He wrote it. He did, because people, of course, said, "But it sounds like he's reading it." Of course, he was reading it. He wrote it. So he wrote it, and he did the voiceover for it. And it wasn't a sales video. It truly was just engaging.
It was just a husband's perspective on makeup.
Yeah, and it was sweet, and it was
confidence,
just kind, and.
Right?
Told me I was pretty. So, but anyway, what ended up happening was it just started getting picked up by people, and women started tagging their husbands in it. Like, why don't you talk to me like this? And some of it was sweet. Some of them were like, oh, this is the way, so-and-so loves me. And they would tag their husband. And, but she was talking about just, you're never prepared. Like, if something like that goes viral, especially when it has to, because her post that went viral was her and her husband as well. And just that you're not prepared for the onslaught of opinions that will come with something like that. And I was like, holy cow, no, you're like, no one can prepare you.
We had friends and family members jumping on there and kind of responding to people.
But there was too much.
They just got so out of hand,
stupid comments and negative things. There's no way
so
you
many
could.
Things going on there.
So it basically got to the place. There was so much. Obviously, it went viral. So we're talking. When I say viral, I think it got up to 26 million views. It was on the Today Show. It was on Kathy and Hoda and Kathy Lee. It was on the Huffington Post. It was crazy. Yeah. And I wish I knew now what I knew about marketing, man, because I would have done all kinds of stuff, but I didn't know anything about what I know now.
Not a lot of people did, but I would say too, there was an honesty to it that you weren't out to do that necessarily. Right?
It wasn't, but people thought that it was
fake. We didn't even
know,
we weren't trying to create something that was viral. It was just hey, let's...
It was just an idea I have. I have an idea every single day. Yeah. You never know which one is going to resonate with people. And I knew people would probably like it because every single time I do something with Luke, people like it. And so I'm like, well, they'll like it. But I didn't think 26 million people would like it. But it was really, I was going to say because she was talking about what she learned from just the negativity that she got from that. And so I was kind of
what did you learn from that?
What did I learn? I think people say, well, you grow really thick skin. I don't know that that's true. I realized it doesn't matter how thick your skin is. When people attack your outward appearance and when they attack your marriage and they attack your spouse, it doesn't matter how thick your skin is. Like, that's still hurtful. Like, it still hurts. But I think what you learn to do is put boundaries up. And I think that's what I learned was to know, I know this is hurtful to me, so I'm just not even going to look at it.
Sure.
Like, I don't need to know what they think. That's what I learned. I don't need to know what everyone thinks. I know what I think about it, and I know what the people who know me think about it, and that was enough. Because if I know what they thought about it, it's still going to hurt my feelings. I think that's what I learned.
Definitely. And I think
there's
social
no thick
media,
skin. Like, no one has that.
Well, with social media today too, I think it's an identity thing, right? I mean, especially with what you're doing, which is like you said, you have an idea and you put a piece of content out there every day, multiple times a day.
Yeah.
And so then it's like, well, that's you. It's an expression of you, but it really isn't you, right? Like,
what do you mean it's not me?
I mean, it is you, but it's not like. In other words, you can find identity in your whole self, right? Outside of an image,
like if someone
outside
doesn't
of a
like
piece
a
of content.
particular post that I
it's
put,
just like a writer. If
yeah.
somebody writes a book, right? If you were to write a book and everybody's like, I hate that book. Well, there'd be a lot of other people that say, I love that book, right?
Yeah.
And you would have the strength, hopefully, right? And the rooted identity to not be thrown by some of that, right? I think sometimes listening to some positive feedback is helpful, but that's the thing about social media. So much of that's just people getting on to just be negative.
I think positive, negative, whatever. Like, I've just learned that it doesn't matter.
Right.
That's what I learned. That was the beginning. I think that viral video for me was the beginning of not caring so much about other people's opinions because they do hurt. So you have to put up boundaries and walls to not always hear them.
That's
Is that unhealthy? I don't think that's unhealthy, is it?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No. And I think that's one thing that's lost somewhat in the world of social media is people can hide and they don't realize that their words are actually, they're transmitting something out there. They're transmitting their thoughts and opinions and they're going to somebody's receiving.
Now, if I do see opinions, I have a very hard time not responding to them too. So it's another good reason for me to just not see the opinions that people post about me. Because I can't, I'm like, do you realize I'm a real person? Like, you comment this, but you act like on my live the other day, someone got on there and was like, you need to stop talking. And I'm like, you need to get off my live. I didn't say that. I wanted to say that, but I didn't say that. I've learned some self-control too. But I just thought it was interesting listening to her perspective. I think she mentioned something about getting thicker skin. And I was like, I don't think being on social media, having things go viral, reading the things that people have said about you and about me, like, it hasn't made me have thicker skin. It still hurts. I think that that's important for people to know. I don't know that there is a such thing. Like, I just think you get to a place where you...
well, I think the thing you started to realize and the conclusion we came to is it's really more about that person than it is about you.
Absolutely.
Right?
But it's still
like
hurts.
They're jumping from a post of yours to somebody else's and doing the same thing. And so it's really, it definitely, I think there's a loss of mindfulness in our society and social media to, like I said, whatever you put out there, it's going to be received by somebody's going to see it.
I'm just saying, if you're someone that's like, I need to just get thicker skin, maybe, but probably not. You just need to put up better boundaries. And I think that's what I've gotten good at, is just putting up boundaries for myself and not reading.
I think that's healthy.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's the Newton podcast for you. How do you like that? I don't know why I had to say it like that.
How do you like that? Boom.
Boom.
Hashtag
boom. I just worked through that right here, right in front of you all. I'm trying. Oh, well, we had that one go viral. If you want to hear about some of our viralness, the first one was that. No, it wasn't.
No, you're the first one was your celery post.
Yes, I forgot. Yeah. I had a post go viral. That was the one that was actually on the Today Show and Huffington Post and all of that. Our video.
I think it was on.
I think it was too.
On a website or something.
Yeah, but both equally. Actually, I think the celery post actually was even more viral.
No.
Okay, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. No, it wasn't. But it did. It made a book. They sent me the book. It's in the book. My picture. But again, that was a post where so much positive feedback, but then there were a lot of people that got on there and, attacked my mothering and my parenting and all of that. And just, again, I had to learn, I just don't read it. I just don't. I put up a boundary and I tell myself, this is not healthy for you, so you are not going to read this.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do. It's hard. That's really hard. Really hard. To tell yourself not to read something. It's a skill you have to, almost like
it's
a
a
muscle.
discipline.
Yeah, a muscle you have to grow.
Yeah, for sure.
So
you
we
have
had
to
that.
develop
We
a
had that
habit to not
first.
do
Then
that.
we did our makeup video together. No, well, we've had a couple. The one that really went viral was the voiceover that you did. Then we did the hands video. Did anyone see the hands video where Luke's hands were behind me? That I wouldn't necessarily say, but it got about 1 million views, but that was just funny, and everyone seemed to really love that, and nobody made fun of us for that.
I thought I did a fantastic job.
Nobody was negative
worked
on
so
that
hard
one. Yeah, it's funny. No one was negative on that
I thought
one.
it was the best makeup you ever had.
It was fabulous.
Jeez.
And then, of course, there was, and I'm going to give a prize. Not really, but I'll shout you out on here. Did you happen to see the other one that got a lot of traction was our lice video?
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow. It's funny, guys. It's funny. That didn't get any negative press either. Negative, I don't know, comments.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We did. I don't know if you guys knew this, but so we had a little bit of a lice issue. It was years ago. A little bit of one.
It
was more than a little
bit. We're pretty confident someone had it in our daughter's class, and then she got it, and it just kept recycling in the class because all these girls were hugging each other, and they were just.
That's when we had to make the
in
rule
these
that Lila
reading
wasn't allowed
circles.
to
Like,
hug
you can't
people.
hug anyone. I
No
don't
more
care
hugging.
Yeah.
Done. Over. So anyway, it was bad. It was so bad, and we spent so much money getting rid of it because we'd go to the lice clinic every time. So we decided to, just shed some light on this horrific issue that no one will talk about and treat you like you're dirty if you have it. And so I'm itching my head just thinking about it.
I was gonna say.
We haven't had it in what is it? What's it been? 4 years. We haven't had it in 4 years. But the video ended up in the National Lice Prevention Facebook something.
Which I didn't know they had a page for
No,
that.
who knew?
So
Who would know that there's
it's a
even,
thing.
who knew?
Yeah.
So we end up on the National Lice whatever, and they contacted us and said that the next lice treatment would be free. Thank you so much for that. Unfortunately,
after we had already spent like $800.
Yeah, we ended up spending $1,500 on lice treatments that year.
Next one's free. Oh, thank you.
I said thank you, but I truly hope that I never see your faces again. And unfortunately, what was it? Less than 2 weeks later, we were all back.
So I'm saying somehow it just kept going in this class. This 4th grade class.
It was so bad. But that was a good one. See, this has been a trip down memory lane for you all. All of our ridiculous videos.
Man. That was something.
The podcast today was what kind of just made me start thinking about how
about lice?
Well,
or just
how going viral just changed how I viewed social media and how I post and all of that. So there you go.
Lessons learned.
But tomorrow we go to Paris.
Tomorrow night, yes.
That's going to be awesome. So excited. We're going to Paris for 3 nights. Champagne, that's a city in Paris, if you didn't know, because I was a little unsure. Champagne, which is where they make champagne, I think, right? Or where
I guess where it came from,
invented.
maybe. That's the name.
Champagne was invented in Champagne. We're staying there for 2 nights and then coming back to Paris for 1 night. It's going to be bucket list, trip of a lifetime. Can't wait. And I have the best shoes possible for it. So
I was just at the store getting a new shirt, and the lady checking me out, she's like, "Oh, are you going on a trip or something?" I said, "Going to Paris." Said, "Oh, that's amazing." She's like, "Come back in and tell me how it went." She goes, "I would love to know." No.
Oh.
She's like, I just went to Italy, and she's telling me all of this.
It's going to be awesome.
Well, yeah, so
she wants you to come back in.
Yeah.
What store?
Express.
Oh, I didn't see what you got.
You didn't look.
You didn't offer. Did you get jeans?
I bought a pair of jeans, yes. Don't buy jeans often, but when I do.
They're Express. Is that
No,
true? No. I didn't think so. Okay, well,
it's been real.
It's been real fun. I hope you enjoyed our little chat today. don't worry, our passports are in hand. I'm going to have a better hairstyle tomorrow, one in which I don't look like I just rolled out of bed.
It's working for you.
You like it?
Yeah.
Really? Maybe I'll just keep working at it. I'll keep practicing.
Keep practicing.
Okay. I'm so excited, you guys. All right. We got a little deep today for our coffee chat, but that's okay. Sometimes coffee will do that to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're going to be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Should anyone need us, we will be awake at 4 a.m. just to try to kind of acclimate.
Try 2 a.m., but...
We're going to be up at 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
Why? No, we're awake tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
We're waking up at 4 a.m. to try and
I don't know. There's
be
too
tired
many
for the
AMs
plane
going on here.
tomorrow. So anyway, we'll be awake, ready to go. I'll be working at 4. All right. It's been
Cool.
fun. Okay, we will definitely come back and do a coffee chat after we return from our Paris trip.
I'll
But
let you know.
in the meantime, what you need to do, press on our faces, one of our faces, a box will pop up and you can click the follow button and you won't miss a thing about Paris. The other thing you can watch too is get on my Instagram account, KLN Beauty, and I'll be posting in the stories just like I did when we were in Colombia, you know, all the things that we're getting into while we're there. So you'll see all of the edited beautiful photos on my timeline, but if you want to see like the raw uncut stuff, go watch my stories. Yeah, and you'll see everything that we're doing. So all right, super excited. Thanks for watching and for being a part of our coffee chat. Bye.
See you later.